Good morning, sweet friends. It's time for our Bible story. And today our Bible story is about a man named Zacchaeus. This is one of my favorite stories, and I know it's one of yours. Zacchaeus was a little short man. He was a tax collector. And no one liked tax collectors, and I'll tell you why. He always took more money from people than he should have. And it made him very, very rich. He had a beautiful home. He had fine clothes. He had money sitting everywhere. He was just a very wealthy man. Well, Zacchaeus heard a lot of noise and commotion, and he said, "What's going on up ahead?" And someone said, "Oh, Jesus is in town." And he said, "Jesus is in town?" You know, everyone had heard about Jesus because they heard how he healed the sick people. They heard the stories about how he fed thousands of people with just a little lunch. So Zacchaeus knew who Jesus was, and he thought, "I must see this man named Jesus." Well, he was a little short man, so he couldn't see over the people, and the people wouldn't let him through. So he thought, how am I going to see Jesus? Well, he looked down the road, and he saw a sycamore tree. A sycamore tree has lower limbs, and he thought, I can climb up in that sycamore tree, and Jesus is going to walk right by here, and I'll be able to see him. So he climbed the sycamore tree, and sure enough, in just a little bit, Jesus was walking down the road, and he stopped at the tree, and he looked up, and he said, "Zacchaeus?" And Zacchaeus thought, how does he know my name? He said, "Zacchaeus, come down from that tree. I'm going home with you today." And Zacchaeus said, "Jesus, you're going home with me?" He said, "Yes, I want to tell you all about God. I want to tell you all about heaven. I have so many wonderful things to tell you." Well, Zacchaeus got excited. And Jesus went home with him, and Jesus did. He just began to talk to him and tell him how much he loved him. And Zacchaeus thought, how can he love me? He said, "Jesus, you don't really know me. Jesus, I'm not a good person. I'm a tax collector, and I've always collected more money than the people owed." And he said, "Oh, I feel so bad about it now. What can I do?" And before Jesus could answer him, he said, "Wait, I know what I'll do." He said, "I will give them back 4 times more than I took. And I'm going to take money and I'm going to give it to the poor." "Oh, Jesus, that's what I should be doing, isn't it?" And Jesus said, "Yes, it is." He said, "Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do." That day, Jesus changed Zacchaeus' heart. He had a hard heart. But Jesus had told him all about God and all about love and how much he loved him. And he wanted to do, from that day forward, he wanted to do the right thing. So he went back to his tax collector's booth. He gave everybody back 4 times more money than he took from them. He took bags of money and gave it to the poor people. Jesus, that's what happens when Jesus changes a heart. Let's sing our song about Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. He climbed up in the sycamore tree, for the Lord he wanted to see. And as the Savior passed that way, he looked up in that tree. And Jesus said, "Zacchaeus, you come down. I'm going to your house today. I'm going to your house today."